Hey, what's up? This is AstroDim laying in my bed because, it's my bed and astrology. Yeah. Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Happy Aries full moon, y'all. So the full moon is happening, or just happened actually. 5:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, October 13th. And the full moon was at 20 degrees 14 minutes Aries, so that means the sun was at 20 degrees 14 minutes Libra. Okay. Yeah, exciting. Woo. So I'm gonna do the typical thing where I talk about what the full moon means astronomically and astrologically, and then get into the details of the full moon and stuff, and speak on the aspects and all of that, and then let y'all know what I think generally, and then I'll talk more to my patrons. If you're interested in being a patron on Patreon, go to patreon.com/astrodim to get an extended version of this episode, as well as get cool with a real one like me. Okay. Because basically, I hang out with my patrons weekly. I do weekly lives. We talk about a whole bunch of different things, get spiritual, get astrological, all that. I give them mad knowledge. And it's cool. It's really fun, and we have a nice community over at Patreon. So, and of course you get mini readings too, which I'm going to be giving my mini readings to my Patreons this week. I'm going to be trying, at least maybe next weekend, I don't know. But anyways, if you're interested, go ahead, follow us. Go to patreon.com/astrodim. Okay. Anywho, let's talk about the full moon. So astronomically, the full moon is basically when the sun's on one end of the earth, moon's on the other end, sun's directly shining on the moon, and so we see the bright side of the moon clearly. But when you think about it, the sun's on one side, the moon's on the other side of the earth, and so it's kind of like they're on opposite ends. So it's the same way astrologically too. The moon's on one sign, right, and the sun is at the opposite sign if you look at it astrologically. And so it's kind of like you feel one way, because that's the moon, but you're expressing yourself another way, which is represented by the sun. And so that's kind of like what we are going through as a collective. We feel one way, we're expressing it another. And depending on where the sun and the moon is in your chart, it's kind of showing you where this is being expressed and displayed in your life. You know what I mean? And so it's really interesting shit. Now internally, since the moon is in Aries, you want to assert yourself and take action on things you're emotionally passionate about. But externally, with the sun being in Libra, you want to collaborate, compromise, and build relationship harmoniously. But the thing is, to collaborate and compromise and to be harmonious, you have to listen to what other people say and not be so stuck on self, not be so stuck on, your own passions and what you want to do and how you want to take action. So there's obviously some conflict happening right here. The interesting thing is it's all happening at 20 degrees 20 degrees Libra, 20 degrees Aries, and 20 degrees if we use this Serbian astrology degree method, that's a Scorpio degree. So what we're aiming for here is transformation. And we're aiming for things that kind of inspires us deeply, and emotionally. It's kind of hitting us at the like secretive spot of us, the confidential side of us, and we're wanting a transformation deep within, but emotionally we feel like we have to assert ourselves and kind of like focus on like our own passions and how we are motivated and driven and how we want to take action. But the sun wants the collective to be more collaborative. And so again, there's this kind of like back and forth that the collective is kind of going through at this moment. So remember how I said like during the new moon, like a lot of people are going to be arguing and stuff, especially during the full moon. There's going to be lots and lots and lots of examples of that, basically. And I've like talked to my patrons and they've already are talking how y'all are wilding out. Every Aries full moon, like people are so argumentative because they're focusing on how they directly feel and what they're emotionally motivated by and their passions and stuff like that. And so yeah, it's a lot. And then like, but you're being asked by the collective, by the sun, to be balanced, and it's hard. And you feel like in order for me to be balanced, I need to at least express myself. But you tend to be a little bit bossy and a little bit kind of like a little like Four of Cups type of vibe, where no, I want things my way. Why can I have it my way? You know what I mean? So definitely keep that in mind, right? Also, another thing too is that this full moon are both like it's basically a third decan full moon, where the moon is in the third decan of Aries and the sun is at the third decan of Libra. And so with the moon at the third decan of Aries, that's a Sag decan, and then the sun is at a Gemini decant. And so yes, we want transformation, and like emotionally we want to take action, but externally we want to be more collaborative and logical and kind of balance everything out. And a funny thing about that is that like it's all for more understanding. Sag and Gemini is the polar energies, speaking of understanding and how to conceptualize things. Sag on more of the vibe of like understanding others and how they do things and understanding that way. Gemini is your own thought process, how you understand things. And so we're kind of going through that at this moment, trying to get the details of certain situations and understanding how other people are seeing it, but also trying to conceptualize and understand it from within too. And so like we're trying to transform, we're trying to get things going, but we're at the point of like, okay, let's understand each other's perspectives and why we feel this way, and how can we move forward, you know what I mean, with not only our thoughts but with other people's thoughts and how they feel, and keeping that in mind too. Like how can we truly balance this off? But at this point with it being an Aries full moon, sorry, that's my Bluetooth. With us having this Aries full moon, we still got a lot to say about the transformation. We still got a lot to express. And so we're getting there, y'all, but it's taking some time for us to really get to that collaborative and compromising energy. Okay, so don't feel like things will never get to that balanced state. In order for us to get to that balanced state, everyone needs to speak their mind. You know what I mean? Everyone needs to speak their piece. And because it's so opposite of the energy that the collective needs to be at, it feels disruptive. It feels like chaotic almost, and argumentative and petty. Because people really are in the Four of Cups type of vibe. Like they really want things done their way. But the thing is too, is that with this degree energy being at 20 degrees, this kind of derives in numerology to 2. And so we are in this vibe of coming together. You get what I'm saying? And with it being a scorpionic degree, coming together to create a transformation and a transition. Scorpio energy is one of the relationship energies. Relationship energies is Libra, Scorpio, and Sag, right? Those are the 3 relationship energies. And so we're trying to get a little bit deeper, so we can do this transformation. And so although it may seem chaotic, although it may seem like ridiculous at this moment and very argumentative and petty and ridiculous, we're digging deeper, and we're understanding why are we reacting in the way that we're reacting, or why are other people reacting the way that they're reacting. And kind of like the answer to this whole thing is understanding why people are reacting the way they are reacting may get us to the point of understanding of like, oh, okay, they feel this way. So how can we remedy that? So we can really create this compromise. So we can really collaborate appropriately and have the scales balanced. You get what I'm saying? And so that's what we're trying to push towards. It's a little bit difficult. Is finding compromise through discord, similar to what I said in the Libra new moon energy, but we're getting there. Okay, we are getting there. All right. So yay, right? yay. I'm very excited. Right. So yeah, it's dope energy. I'm excited for us. I'm excited for us. I was kind of feeling it in a way like, oh my God, this Libra season is trash. Everyone's just being so ridiculous. But, I'm just happy that there's progress, even though the progress may seem a little bit backwards. But regardless, there's progress nonetheless, So yeah, I think I'm excited, y'all. I actually am excited. I really am. Okay. So, yeah, that's the general information I have for the full moon. Let's go ahead and speak on the aspects being made to the full moon. Yeah, let's do that. So there's a couple of aspects happening. Both the sun and the moon is square the nodes, north node and south node, okay? And so it's just funny because south node is it's kind of like making us reflect and understand the energy of us wanting to have authority and control over a situation and over ourselves, right? And it's technically making like a T-square with the full moon. And so it is this showing that people are wanting to have authority and control over a status within their life, and they feel that inside you guys want to be able to speak how you feel passionately, but again, you're feeling like, no, but if I need to also keep in mind that I have to have tact, be respectful, be balanced, be chill, you know what I mean? I'm sorry for the noise in the background, y'all. And so it's a little bit difficult, but the reasoning why you're kind of trying to figure this out is all because it's trying to find this sense of authority within your life and reflecting on how, you haven't had authority in the past and how that bothers you. And it's kind of like the feelings are boiling up and it's pissing you off, even though you're supposed to follow the sun and act a certain way. You have all this passion within and it's causing you to be sort of petty. You know what I mean? Because what you want to do is assert yourself and assert your feelings and let people know that your feelings count. And why do I have to always collaborate? Why do I always have to share? Why do I always have to make sure things are balanced and easygoing and harmonious? You're feeling that type of way, but harmony is necessary. It really is. At least at this season, it is. But just in general, I think so too. But I also have Venus in the first and a moon in the 7th house. So, of course, I think that, right? But yeah, man, that's kind of like what we're going through on the, when it comes to reflecting on, our past and how we don't have the authority that we want. And, you know, on the other end of this, you know, T square, you know, this is also creating this full moon, creating a T square with North Node too. You know, what we need to really be focusing on, right, is nurturing ourselves and others, right? And that's the full moon is purely showing the fight of nurturing ourselves and others, because nurturing ourselves is this Aries moon energy. I have all this passion, this anger, this desire, this like fiery energy within me that I need to not hold on to. I need to express so I can assert myself. I'm nurturing myself by doing that because I'm letting you know how I feel. You know what I mean? But where the sun is at is, you know, nurturing and loving others too. Being tactful, respectful, nice, sweet, easygoing, logical, so everyone can have their turn. You know what I mean? So everything's fair, not based off of feelings, but just making sure things are logically fair. That's nurturing ourselves. You know, I mean, that's nurturing others, excuse me. And so this full moon is actually showing that balance of nurturing yourselves versus nurturing others. And you know, with any type of opposite energy, what you need to do is literally do both. Like, you need to find the balance between any opposite energy. Figure out a way how you can express those motivations and drives and anger and passion and fire and all that, and doing it in a way where it's respecting the season of the sun, respecting Libra season, being balancing, being logical with it, being fair, being tactful, you know? So definitely keep that in mind, okay? The answer is both, like finding a sweet balance between the two, where you're able to express yourself appropriately, but you're also being extremely respectful of others. And it's like, I swear to God, like every freaking Aries full moon, people swear they say they know what they're talking about when it comes to astrology and spirituality, but they can fall for the same shit over and over again. Like, god damn, y'all. I'm sorry, like, it's fucking crazy. I'm crazy as hell, man. Anyway, let's go to the next aspect. The moon is trine Jupiter and the sun is sextile Jupiter, okay? With the moon trine Jupiter, that's pretty cool, because what's happening here is that, like, there is an abundance of emotion for sure, abundance of like passion and fire and motivation and all that stuff. But the dope thing about it is that, you know, you don't mind excuse me, connecting with others who kind of match your motivation and drive, or is connected to your motivation and drive, and kind of collaborating with them, even though their thoughts and their approaches are a little bit different, a little bit foreign to you. You know, like you're understanding people a little bit more easily. So although, like, you know, you have your own passions and desires, and, you know, you're having this fight between being collaborative and compromising when you have all your passions within you, when you actually apply it and try to be collaborative and compromising, you're going to realize that, hey, these people are not so different from me. And you know what? Their idea is kind of cool. Like, maybe we can try it. Like, maybe we can do something different. You know, you're going to realize how easy it is to create that harmony when, you know, at first you were coming in like sword swinging. Well, you don't even need to. So sometimes you just need to just chill and not take action based off your emotions all the time. Like, yes, there's a time and place for that. It's a time and place for everything. But listen out and hear what other people got to say and what their perspective is, because you can learn something out of it, and it can help you in the long run, and you can help others with your perspective. But you always got to keep that ear open. And it's funny because with this energy, right? With this energy, the sun sextile in Jupiter, it's saying that, you know what, when you go ahead and listen to a different perspective and it's something that's foreign and different from you, you're actually going to learn something. Sextile is harmonious energy that you learn from. And then with the moon trining Jupiter, emotionally, y'all on the same page, but logically you can teach each other. It's a beautiful energy to have, but if you're coming in swinging, this energy can't play out. And that's what it is. Like, you have to just put your fucking guards down, relax, and put your ear out, and you can learn. You can truly learn something out of the situation. Now, it's going to be hard because, you got this energy squaring Pluto, squaring Saturn, squaring the nodes. And so y'all are going to come in swinging. Like, that's just what it is, man. And it sucks, but that's just what it is. But you're going to end up feeling foolish when you truly get out of your feelings and hear logically the perspective of others. You're going to be like, you know what? That's actually a dope idea, and I was tripping. So stop tripping. All right? Let's go to the next. These energies are squaring Saturn as well. And again, the reason why we're going through this is similar to that South Node energy. We're not only looking at past situations in which we were trying to gain our authority and control over the situation and how that affected us and why we're feeling that we need to assert ourselves instead of being tactful. We're kind of balancing. We're thinking about having our authority and control right now. You know what I mean? With the South Node in this energy, in the past, we might have felt slighted when it comes to having authority and control over a situation in your life. But now you're feeling slighted currently with Saturn here. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to find this authority and control over a status over your life, certain aspects of your life, and you're feeling that, I have all this anger or this passion within me, and I'm going to need to express it because I feel a certain way. I need to have my authority back, and I need to go for what I believe in. But again, that just being respectful and tactful will help you. It really would. It will help you. And it's hard though when your emotions and if it's telling you something else and internally you're feeling something else, and it's almost overcoming you with the energy being in full moon. And it's so funny because I always be like, man, y'all are wilding during Aries full moon. I can't say that because Aries is intercepted in my chart, so I don't be feeling how y'all feeling. And sometimes I'll be like, man, y'all are wilding, but at the end of the day, astrologically, I understand it, and I could have been like y'all too. I could be like y'all if I just moved somewhere else where Aries is not intercepted. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to be understanding and helpful, but I'm trying to also come from a perspective of listen, you're tripping a little bit, baby. Okay? And if I move somewhere else, I could be tripping just like y'all, but I'm not. I'm in an area where Aries is intercepted. I'm here to let you know you're tripping. All right? I'm not saying always be logical. Sometimes you do have to move based off of how you feel and your emotions. But remember, with full moons, the moon is what you need to let go of. The sun is where you need to be pushing towards. The sun is our solar system. It is our source. It is our life. And so wherever the sun is at, the collective need to be at. Okay? And where the moon is at, where it's a full moon, it's letting us know that we need to let go of that energy so we can continue going towards wherever the sun is at. So if the sun is telling us to be compromising, collaborative, tactful, respectful, balanced, fair, logical, hear the people's perspective, we need to be on that. But when the sun's in Aries, we can go ahead and move based off of how we feel on our passions and stuff. But we're not there yet. We already had that time this year. You get what I'm saying, y'all? So definitely keep that in mind, okay? I want you to keep that in mind. And, you're not losing your authority. You believe it or not, you're looking more like an authority figure when you have your ear open to what other people got to say, but at the same time expressing how you feel in a nice, respectful way. Okay? Keep that in mind. Now, lastly, the last aspect I'm going to speak on, and I'm going to get a little bit deeper on this for my patrons, is you know, this energy square Pluto. Now, this is really potent because when the sun and moon is exactly opposite, the exact full moon is going to be the moon's at 20 degrees, sun's at 20 degrees, Pluto at 20 degrees, right? So this is huge transformative energy, not only because of Pluto, but because it's at a Pluto degree. Okay? And because 20 derives to 2, when you add 2 plus 0, you know, this is actually saying this is very connected to us relating to people appropriately. You know, it really is. Now, Pluto is all about transformation. And in order to transform, two people need to kind of come into one, almost like the phoenix rising from the ashes and stuff like that. It's kind of like that, like it's coming into one, right? And you know, in order for you to kind of come together and bind together, you need to know all, or at least a lot of each other. And so confidential information and secrets and shit is being shared between two people. Of course, trust needs to be involved here. But that's what's happening. And that's with all transformative situations. Like even when you transition, you know, your soul and your body works together. And now it's separating, but your soul is being connected with something else. Like it's always a transition for you coming into something else. You know, you were together with your body. Now you're together with God. You know, your soul is. And so, like, you know, with this being said, right, with any transformation, there's intimacy. Okay? And what you're trying to do is transform your authority, transform your status, transform the control that you have within your life, with Pluto being in Capricorn. That's what the movement we're all on right now, right? And it's hard with this full moon energy, because the full moon energy is really potent 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon. It's hard because, you know, again, like you want to move on your own because you have your own passions, your own desires, things that you're personally motivated by, and you're emotionally connected to that, and you want to go off that. But you know, logically, the best thing to do and the best way on how to move is you collaborating with others and compromising with others and, you know, being respectful. But it's hard because, you know, you want to do what you want to do at the end of the day. And you feel like moving alone will really give you the authority and the control. But the crazy thing about it is, remember, this is in a Scorpio degree. It's 20 degrees. 20 plus 0 equals 2. You know, Pluto is all about transformation through what? Intimacy. All transformation is connected to what? Intimacy. Intimacy, you need 2 people at least, at the very least. And so this is kind of telling you the answer here. You need other people in order for you to be elevated at the place you want to be. If you want that authority, you want that control, you want that position, you want that status, you want that reputation, you need others with you. You know you need that. And even if it's in a way of like you just need to hear other people's perspectives so you can get put on, or you need someone to help you, you know, help lift you up into a proper position. Regardless, you never do anything on your own. No one's self-made. No one. You got that motivation to drive to get you going, but no one's 100% self-made. You're not. Like you always are getting help from somebody. And this is telling you, if you want to really transform your status and where you're at, you really need to come together. You just need to come together with the appropriate people, the people that you trust. Because remember, Pluto is intimacy. If you want to be intimate, you want to share that confidential information, it has to be with someone that you trust. You get what I'm saying? And so just keep that in mind. You know, you don't have to just move by yourself. You don't necessarily have to listen to everybody all the time, but just you having the respect of listening to what they got to say. You don't have to do what they have to, what they suggest, but just listening and trying to collaborate, trying to come together, being respectful in that. That's just enough, because it's just showing you that I respect your thoughts, So just keep that in mind too, all right? All right. So, y'all just please, keep the anger at a low if you can. If you really need to express that energy, go exercise, do something physical or some shit. Punch a pillow, nigga. You know what I mean? And just follow the sun. We always got to follow the sun. And full moon energy, especially now, because I like to do these readings after the full moon was exact, so you can go ahead and do the your affirmations and moon magic and moon manifestations after the full moon. But what I want you guys to do is know that when you do your manifestations, know that the moon is what you need to release and the sun is what you need to be pushing towards. So, if you're having issues with relating with people, connecting with people on a one-on-one level, compromising with others, working with others, building relationships, it's because you're focusing on self too much. And I'm not saying you should never ever focus on self, but if you have any personal hangups on you asserting yourself, and it not working, and you feel like you have to overdo it, you taking action, you moving off of passion instead of logic all the time, you know what I mean, not being balanced within that, let that go with this full moon. Okay? Release that with this full moon. That's what I suggest you to do. Now, I'm going to end this here for the public, for the patrons. I'm going to be talking about the aspect patterns being made to this full moon. There are 2. So that means I'm going to get deeper with that T-square happening, that close T-square happening with Pluto, Sun, and Moon. There's also a talent triangle happening. I'm going to be talking about that too. I'm also going to be mentioning fixed stars that I see that is aspecting the Sun and the Moon. And then, of course, I'll do y'all's favorite patrons, the full moon in the houses, okay? So everyone else, thank you for listening. If you're interested in hearing the full episode, holla at me at patreon.com/ASTRODIM, okay? You can look at the tiers and see what I offer and all that stuff, because there's more than just the extended version of this episode, okay? So just check it out and see if it's a good fit for you, okay? All right. Much love, y'all. Peace. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm just doing my own commercial. Hi. My name is ASTRODIM. I do a lot. And I kind of want to give y'all my list of things that I do or whatever. So you can, get with it and all that shit. Because, that's important to me. So, if you're interested in buying a reading from me, go to etsy.com/shop/astrodim. That is ASTRODIM. Okay? 5-star astrologer, right? Been studying since 14. I am 31 now. So that's like more than half my life about. Right? Yeah, it is. Shit. So I love astrology, y'all. Have a lot of knowledge. I would love to give you a reading. You can look at my reviews. They're stellar. They're stellar. So check it out. I also have a YouTube channel that I'm gonna be posting more on, I promise. But sometimes I post like random things, and I definitely post some podcast episodes. So go ahead and check that out. My YouTube channel, my YouTube name is ASTRODIM7. That's ASTRODIM space 7, ASTRODIM space 7. Okay, you can get exclusive content like how I was speaking before on patreon.com. It's patreon.com/ASTRODIM. And then, of course, you can listen to my Bed and Astrology. Why not, right? And I'm listenable on multiple podcast platforms, almost all of them except for Tidal. So just, join me, listen to me, whatever. If you just want to support me off of GP, go to Cash App, $ASTRODIM, ASTRODIM. You can do the same on Venmo at ASTRODIM. Also, you can do the same on PayPal, and my name's ASTRODIM there too. PayPal.me/ASTRODIM. If you just want to donate or whatever, that'll be cool. Also, I have Spiritually Fresh, which is my Teespring store, and I have a lot of cute shit there. My Gemstone Junkies merchandise, as well as Virgos. Y'all have merchandise too, and I'm going to be adding more as the months go on. So you can go to teespring.com/spirituallyfresh and see my shit there. And you can look forward to a website for me. Oh my God, I'm not going to speak that much about it, but it's coming soon and it's going to be litty. It's going to be so dope. I'm so fucking excited. So yeah, you have that to look forward to as well. What else do I do, y'all? I think that's it. I think I listed everything. But yeah, support me, y'all. Oh, my Instagram. So I'm probably gonna be on Instagram more. And I've been kind of posting more and stuff. I want to do like topic of the week where I talk about a certain aspect of astrology and get like deeper with you guys or whatever. So you could follow me at _ASTRODIM. That's THE_ASTRODIM. Follow the kid. Also follow Spiritually Fresh too. That has its own Instagram page too. Okay. I guess you can follow me at Tumblr as well. I think I'm AstroDim there too, but I'm not quite sure. So just check it out. And yeah, I think I said everything. I think that's everything, y'all. So yeah, thank you for supporting, thank you for listening and all that junk. And yeah, follow the kid, support the kid, love the kid, and all that cuteness. Okay. All right, y'all. Peace, peace, peace.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.